my name is Christina Barron, and I am doing my informative speech on generalized anxiety disorders. According to psychologytoday.com, 2.4 million Americans suffer from panic disorder each year. Panic disorder, among other anxiety disorders, are generalized feelings of anxiousness and worry. I personally deal with generalized anxiety disorder on a daily basis, so I know that anxiety is not a myth, and it does affect real people in their real lives and relationships, work, and home. Anxiety disorders are real problems, therefore they affect the health of individuals and, like I said, their relationships, so they should be addressed and you should be knowledgeable about them. There is science behind anxiety. Anxiety, according to psychologytoday.com, the brain circuitry that controls the fear response goes awry. At the heart of the circuit is the amygdala, a structure that flags incoming signals as worrisome and communicates with other parts of the brain to put the body on alert. So the science of anxiety shows that due to traumatic events in the life of individuals with anxiety disorders, these signals can be sent too often, and these circuitries are just excessively working to make these feelings of everyday anxiousness even more so for a person with anxiety. So anxiety is not a brief event. Anxiety disorders happen for long periods of time. They're not normal events like trying to figure out if you're going to pass a test or if you made a team. They are events that happen every day, affect the health of an individual, and they do run in families. So you should be knowledgeable about them if you have family members or even friends with family members with anxiety disorders. There are 4 different types of anxiety disorders I'm going to go over today. The first is generalized anxiety disorder, which is what I deal with on a daily basis. Generalized anxiety disorder is just an over excessive fear and worry every day of your life about things that you shouldn't worry about. Social anxiety disorder is the second disorder. That is in social events you feel that you're going to be judged or maybe embarrassed when you shouldn't feel that way. Panic disorder is the third. Panic disorder is a sudden onset of anxiety that you get. Many people with this panic disorder feel like they are having a heart attack because it's so sudden and it's so stressful to their system. Phobias are another form of anxiety disorders. Phobias like arachnophobia are worries and fears about things or objects in your life that you shouldn't be worried about or fearful of. Even though all of these anxiety disorders have varying symptoms, they do have 3 things in common. The first is worry. The second is irrational fear, and the third is dread. So even though anxiety is not curable, there are ways to treat anxiety to live a normal life. The first is psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is also referred to as talk therapy. So you would go to a counselor or psychiatrist and talk out your feelings of worry. The second is cognitive behavioral therapy. So this is going to work on changing those thoughts of anxiety that you have into normal thoughts that you aren't going to be worried about that situation that you're in. Exposure-based treatment is another treatment that we can look at for phobias. So if you have a phobia, this would be something that you would go through step-by-step processes to try to eliminate those fears of like spiders or anything else. Meditation is also another example of a treatment for anxiety. Meditation, you can look online for videos. It can be free if you want it to be, to try to learn how to meditate and calm the body. Stress management, there are many forms of stress management. Exercise is one. Aerobic exercise is found to be proven that it helps calm the body and also relieves symptoms of stress. On top of breathing exercises, so breathing exercises actually, when you're focusing on breathing, calm the body too. And then there's medication. Medication has to be prescribed by a psychiatrist, so you can't get medication for this anywhere else, and it would only reduce the symptoms of anxiety. It wouldn't treat it. In conclusion, there are different kinds of anxiety disorders. Even though these make changes in your lifestyle that may be threatening to relationships or your work or your home life, there are treatments that you can live a normal lifestyle with anxiety. And according to the National Institute of Mental Health, the most common mental disorder is anxiety disorder. So out of the 2.4 million Americans that suffer from panic disorder each year, you're likely to know one of them, maybe a couple. So you should be knowledgeable about this subject so you can help them in situations where they need help. Thank you.